Good morning, students. Today we are discussing magnetic effect of current. That is the chapter. It is the chapter 4. Okay. In previous chapter we are discussing about the current electricity. What are the phenomena related to when the charges moving in a conductor? Then all phenomena studied in a current electricity. But today we are discussing when the current flow through any conductor, then what happen. Actually, magnetic effect of current initially magnetic effect of current is explained by experimentally. It is proved by Oersted. अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑरेस्टेड ने क्या किया कि एक मैग्नेटिक निडल को किसी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के मैग्नेटिक निडल दैट इज एन एंड एस, इट जस्ट केप्ट पैरेलल टू द करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर के पैरेलल एक मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को रख दिया. एज सुन एज करंट फ्लो थ्रू द कंडक्टर, द मैग्नेटिक निडल इज ऑलवेज डेविएटेड फ्रॉम इट्स नॉर्थ साउथ पोजिशन. Why is it deviated? It deviated means there must be the certain magnetic field produced due to the current. तो उसने ये कंक्लूजन निकाला कि ये डिफ्लेक्ट क्यों हुआ, क्योंकि यहाँ पर इस करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर के कारण कोई ना कोई मैग्नेटिक फील्ड डेवलप होता है, और ये इसी डेवलपमेंट के कारण यहाँ पे जब भी इसका मतलब है कि कोई भी करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर यदि करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर के सराउंडिंग में मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स पास होता है, जिसको बाद में राइट हैंड रूल से उसको एक्सप्लेन किया गया. ठीक है, तो ऑरेस्टेड ने क्या किया था कि इफ अ करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर placed parallel to the magnetic needle, and then as soon as current flow, as soon as current flow through it, the magnetic needle deviated from north-south position. The magnetic needle deviated from its path. And this deflection is given by the Snow rule. And what is the Snow rule? Snow rule means north is deviated toward the west. इसको हम लोग एक स्नो रूल से याद रखते हैं कि जो नॉर्थ पोल है वो वेस्ट की तरफ डिफ्लेक्ट हो जाता है, और साउथ पोल जो है वो ईस्ट की तरफ डिफ्लेक्ट होता है. तो इसलिए हम लोग इसको स्नो रूल भी कहते हैं, साउथ नॉर्थ टुवर्ड्स वेस्ट. तो ये यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन किया गया. तो इसका रीज़न क्या था? हैंस अ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड must be produced around the current carrying conductor. It is called the magnetic effect of current. एक्चुअली व्हाट हैपन, जैसे भी कभी करंट फ्लो करता है किसी भी करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर में, तो इसके सराउंडिंग में मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स डेवलप होती हैं, और इस मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स का जो डायरेक्शन है, ये डायरेक्शन हम लोग देते हैं फ्लेमिंग राइट थंब रूल से। इसको हम लोग देते हैं राइट हैंड थंब रूल से। दैट इज द मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स, the magnetic lines of force passes around the current carrying conductor, okay. The direction of magnetic lines is given by thumb rule, right hand thumb rule. What is the right hand thumb rule? If we hold current carrying conductor so by the right hand such that current thumb indicate along the current direction of current, then these curled fingers indicate the direction of magnetic lines. That is, if we hold current carrying conductor by right hand, such that thumb is stretched along the direction of current, then magnetic line always along the direction of curled fingers. That is the direction. मतलब इसमें इधर जा रहा है तो करंट, ये मैग्नेटिक लाइंस होगी। These are the magnetic lines. अब हम लोग इससे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का डायरेक्शन कैसे लेते हैं? तो इफ वी ड्रॉ द टेंजेंट एट एनी पॉइंट इट गिव्स द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। किसी भी मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स के, क्योंकि ये कर्व होता है, उस कर्व के ऊपर जब हम टेंजेंट ड्रॉ करेंगे, दैट टेंजेंट इज द गिव द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। इट इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। ओके, सो नाउ we discuss about magnetic field intensity and magnetic flux. Next point is magnetic flux. It is denoted by phi, same as the electric flux. Electric flux को भी हम लोग phi से denote करते हैं. It is the number of line, it is the number of magnetic flux magnetic lines passes normal to the surface, ये फाई जो है हमारा, जो नंबर ऑफ मैग्नेटिक लाइंस पासेस नॉर्मल टू द सरफेस. ओके. सेकेंड थिंग, the number of the flux means a magnetic flux, the flux per unit area vector is called magnetic field intensity, or generally we say the magnetic field intensity. Magnetic field intensity, that is denoted by B. That is B is equal to d phi by ds unit vector n. ds is the area vector. It is the area vector which directed outward perpendicular to the surface. Okay. So now the d phi, mathematically d phi will be equal to b dot ds, and net phi will be taken as for the closed surface b dot ds. That is the flux, magnetic flux. Okay. Its unit will be unit of phi, that is the Tesla meter or Weber, and unit of B is the Tesla or Newton ampere meter per meter, or Weber per meter square. So we can write this one, and it is also becomes Weber, or we substitute this here, then we get an Newton meter per ampere. It is also the unit of, these are the unit of B, and it is the unit of phi. It is the most important thing during in a objective question. It may be asked, and we can find the dimension of B also by this formula. What will be the dimension? Dimension of B will be Newton ampere L. So it is m t minus 2 a minus 1. So it is the dimension of B. And what will be the dimension of phi? Dimension of phi is m L2 t minus 2 a minus 1. अब देखो मैग्नेटिक, ये इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज ऑल्सो डिनोट, उसकी यूनिट भी वेबर होती है, बट डायमेंशनली दे आर नॉट इक्वल. उनका डायमेंशन अलग होता है, इसका डायमेंशन अलग होता है. इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स और मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स का यूनिट सेम है, मगर डायमेंशन अलग होगा. ठीक है. नाउ वी कम टू द अनदर पॉइंट. And it is a very important point. For B dot ds, that is the flux, is equal to 0 for a closed surface. It is also known as Gauss's theorem for magnetic field for closed surface. It is also called Gauss's theorem for magnetic field. अब ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात बताता है इससे कि बी डॉट डी एस इज इक्वल टू जीरो. इट मीन्स ऐसा क्यों होता है? सिंस मैग्नेटिक लाइन्स आर ऑलवेज क्लोज कर्व. ये हमेशा क्लोज कर्व बनाता है. कैसे? देखो, ये मान लो मैग्नेट है. हम जब इसका मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स ड्रॉ करते हैं तो मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स आउटसाइड में तो नॉर्थ टू साउथ जाता है और फिर ये अंदर साउथ टू नॉर्थ आ जाता है. तो इट इज ऑलवेज एज ए क्लोज कर्व. देयरफॉर magnet has always, therefore the monopole of magnet is not possible. Monopole of magnet is not possible. पॉसिबल हो ही नहीं सकता. चाहे आप मैग्नेट को कितने टुकड़ों में काट दो फिर भी वो हमेशा डायपोल का फॉर्मेशन करता है. तो ये तो हमारा बेसिक था कि व्हाट इज द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी, व्हाट इज फ्लक्स, what are their dimension and units. Okay, actually this chapter is divided into three parts. First part is the BSL, Biot-Savart law, and second part is the Ampere law, and third part is completely based on phenomena related to the magnetic force. And it is the most important chapter for the physics. So now we have to discuss Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. Before I explain the Biot-Savart law, we have to discuss some quantity, that is the current element. Current element. What is the current element? Actually, current flow through this conductor, and we are considering the smaller part dl and current I. In current carrying conductor, if we consider the smaller part, the product of these two, I and dl, it is called the current element. Product of current and a small element, and it is a vector quantity. That is, it is the product of current and a small element. A small element of conductor. ठीक है? It is a vector quantity. It is vector quantity. Okay, and directed, it is a vector quantity which directed as a direction of current. One thing must be remember, current is not a scalar vector quantity. Current is a scalar quantity. Still we put the direction and it has a magnitude also, but it doesn't follow the law of addition of vector there. Okay, so current element. So now we come to the law, Biot-Savart law. Suppose it is any current carrying conductor is there. Current is flow in this conductor is I. We consider the small element dl and current. Okay, one more thing also. First of all, we discuss one more thing also. How to decide the direction of magnetic field? It is the most important thing. It is the most important thing for this chapter. Suppose a current is flowing in this direction, and we have to find the direction of magnetic field at the point P1. So how to decide? It is very easy. It is very easy and usual. Just we take the right hand. Okay, we spread the right hand. Current thumb indicate along the current, and these forefinger, stretch these forefinger kept along the points. After that, we just bend it as a 90 degree. This one, we bend it just a 90 degree. For this, here we have a इनसाइड. अब यहाँ पे देख लो, जिधर करंट फ्लो करता है उधर अंगूठे को रख दो, बाकी जो ये फिंगर्स हैं वो पॉइंट की तरफ इंडिकेट करो और इसको परपेंडिकुलर बैंड करो. ऐसे नहीं लेना, परपेंडिकुलर बैंड करो. परपेंडिकुलर बैंड करोगे तो क्या होगा, अंदर की तरफ जाएगा तो ये होगा, ये परपेंडिकुलर टू प्लेन, परपेंडिकुलर टू प्लेन, outward, inward, perpendicular to the plane, inward. Okay. अब ये यहां से यहां तक आ रहा है, करंट है हमारा I. मान लो यहां पे पॉइंट है P2. Then how to decide the direction of magnetic field? Just look here. Current in this direction, we bend perpendicular. Just put the hand towards the point. Okay, put the fingers towards the point and thumb stretch along the direction of current. Just curl it perpendicular. Just curl it perpendicular. Then what is the direction? It is the perpendicular to the plane, upward or outward. It can be written as a downward, that is far better than inward, and it is outward, it is upward. Write the upward. And perpendicular to the plane upward is always denoted by dot, and perpendicular to the plane downward is always denoted by cross. So in this chapter, if magnetic field indicate as a cross, then we should be consider it is a perpendicular to the plane downward. And if it is denoted by the dotted, give the dots, so that is the perpendicular to the plane upward. Come to in this situation, then what happen here? It is a very basic thing. You must remember these. Suppose we have a point is here. How to decide it? Just keep it. All fingers are indicated along this point and just curl it as a perpendicular. Just curl it as a perpendicular. This one. So it is like this one. And P2. In P2, just in P2 it is okay. In P2, how can we take this one? Current is there and we bend it perpendicular. So it is perpendicular. So I hope all of you will be understood how to decide the direction of magnetic field, because it is a very important thing to solve any problems. Because in this chapter, directions should be considered in all cases to find the magnetic field. Okay, now we come to the Biot-Savart law. So what is the Biot-Savart law? What is Biot-Savart law? Just look here. We have a current carrying conductor. Suppose we have any current carrying conductor having the current I. We are taking a small element, that is the dl, and due to this element the magnetic field at a point P, which is at a distance r. So we have to this law explain what will be the magnetic field in this case. What will be the magnetic field at a point which is at a certain distance from the conductor? Okay. So what will be the magnetic field due to the current element at that particular point? So Biot-Savart explain about this. According to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field due to current element of current carrying conductor at a certain distance R is first directly proportional to current element. Current element ideal. Second thing, directly proportional to sin theta, where theta is the angle between current element and R. Theta is the angle between element, a small element, and R. Okay. And third one, inversely proportional to R square. So it can, that is dB directly proportional to ideal, directly proportional to sin theta, and directly proportional to 1 by R square. Therefore, now dB is equal to, putting the certain constant there, constant is I dl sin theta by R square. So it is a magnetic field due to current element at a distance R, which is given by Biot-Savart law. Okay. So value of K in SI system K is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, where mu naught is called absolute magnetic permeability, same as a absolute electric permeability. Absolute magnetic permeability, and its value is mu naught equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to the power minus 7 Henry per meter. Okay. In air, it is in air or vacuum. In medium it is K equal to mu naught mu R upon 4 pi, where the mu R is the relative magnetic permeability. Okay. So in CGS it is 1. in CGS, K is equal to 1. So it is the value of K, just like a Coulomb's law. जैसे Coulomb's law में K की वैल्यू फाइंड करते थे, ऐसे ही K की वैल्यू हमने इसमें रखा है. Now we discuss dB magnetic field is the vector quantity, so we are taking vector notation of Biot-Savart law. What is the vector notation? Vector notation of Biot-Savart law. Now the vector notation. What is the vector notation? dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square unit vector n. Okay? So dB, now we consider dl cross unit vector r, then what is the value? dl magnitude is 1, angle between these two is sin theta, unit vector n. So we can write dl sin theta unit vector n as a dl cross r. So dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross unit vector r upon r square. So it is the vector form of Biot-Savart law. It can be also written as R unit vector. All of you know what is the meaning of unit vector. Unit vector means vector upon its magnitude. This value, so dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r vector divided by r cube. It is the vector form of Biot-Savart law. Okay? When it is the vector form of Biot-Savart law. Now we see that a certain special case, if point lies on conductor or axis of conductor, it means it is, suppose if P point is here, then what happen? Theta is 0, no angle between dl and r. So in this case dB is equal to 0, no magnetic field produced along the conductor. And second one, if theta is equal to 90, it means if we have a conductor and point P is the perpendicular to this one, then we get the maximum value, dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl by r square, and it is the maximum value. Okay? Generally the angle between when we consider the magnetic field is always along the tangential direction of magnetic lines. So it is always perpendicular to the radial vector. That means it is always perpendicular to r. Okay? So it is the Biot-Savart law and its vector form. Next we discuss about its application. There are the two applications. One is the magnetic field due to the current carrying circular coil, and another is the state conductor. In NCERT this year state conductor is not including in this syllabus, but it is a very important for competitive exams, because a lot of questions will ask on based of circular mixed with state conductor. So we have to discuss about that problem also. Okay?